Hey gentlemen, I have another lock. This one is from RobertG595 in Hungary, and by the way, this is a Hungarian lock. This is what the key looks like. Let me set this down here. Get this thing to focus for us. So you might say, hey, what's the big deal? It's only 5 pins. Yeah, well, they're all security pins, and by the way, it works perfectly. It's a brand new lock. Robert and I had a little trade. Let me get that in there. Perfect. The challenging part of this is that it is all security pins. It's called the Titan K5. And if you look closely at that keyway, you can see that that's why this thing is so hard to pick. In fact, I had to make a tool in order to get into that keyway. Let me get this tied down in the vise here real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, the first part of it I can pick using just a regular flag, and I can usually get a fault set. I picked this thing 3 times earlier. But then I discovered that in order to get around this little mountain right here, I had to make a tool. Now this is a cheap Chinese Dimple set, but what I had to do is grind this. I don't know, I hope we can get this thing to focus. I had to grind it so that it would fit. Come on, baby, focus for me. There we go. I had to grind it so it would fit around that curve. I literally custom fit this pick, and then I had to bend it so it would go around that corner. This is the only way that I could find to get access to those picks, or to those pins. So, enough talking. Let's see if we can't go ahead and make this thing work. Okay, first thing I'm going to try to do is get us a fault set. Let me turn this just a bit so I can get access to it without hitting the camera. And maybe I can... There we go. Alright, pretty good tension, moderate tension, and I'm going to move from front to rear, trying to find the binding pin and get us a fault set, hopefully. Maybe the 4th time is a charm. Not in a row, by the way. Trial and error. Trial and error. This does have a whole bunch of passive pins in the top of it. We don't have to worry about those. I'm on the last pin, the back, and he's binding for me. If I can get on him. There we go. We got a little bit of a fault set, and this is what we're after, because this is when we can start dancing. Okay, from this point forward, I'm going to use that custom tool, and I'm going to go in from the right side, and to give you an idea of what we're looking for, when I put this in, it fits right on the edge here. I have to move this away from the camera just a bit, sorry about this. But I wanted you to see how it fits. It fits right on the edge, just like this, and then, I don't know if you can see it, it fits right around that corner, just perfect. It took me about 40 minutes to grind this to the right angle. In fact, I ruined about 3 of them because it got too thin and they ended up breaking. There we go. Titan K5 SPP'd. Without the special tool, I don't know how you would pick this thing. You really have to have a custom tool to fit around this paracentric keyway. Just almost impossible to get in there. So you got a combination of this really weird paracentric keyway and security pins. This is a tough lock, despite only being 5 pins. But if you want to get good with dimple pins, Dimple locks, this is the lock to try out. See if you can't get yourself one and give it a shot. Everybody, thanks for your time. Stay safe, stay legal. And Robert G595, thank you, sir. I appreciate the lock.